This week we're finishing Kiss of the Basilisk by Lindsay Straube, otherwise known as Keep It in the Family.
Hi readers, I'm Jordan.
And I'm Katie.
And welcome to Not Another Heroine, the book pod where we celebrate the heroines we love
and roast the ones we don't. We'll be your TBR FGMs.
Fairy godmothers.
And find you the best 5-star reads, the spiciest romance, and save you from the overhyped DNFs.
So grab your favorite drink and get cozy. Welcome to Season 3. Okay.
We're back for part 2.
So we were talking kind of offline about this book particularly and how we've kind of gone back and forth with trying to be maybe slightly overly generous in our reviews and trying to, like, I feel like we've been somewhat apologetic in when we negatively review a book.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of getting tired of it.
Jordan has rage in her soul.
Like, if you're listening to us, not everyone is going to like the same stuff.
Yeah.
For a variety of reasons.
Yeah.
But you're listening to us for our opinion. And if we don't like a book, it's okay if you like it.
Mm-hmm.
But I want to be honest and, like, forthright. Is that a word?
I think so.
My brain short-circuited a little bit. If it sucks, I want to say it sucks. You may not think it sucks, but go start a podcast.
Yeah, because this book was trash, honestly speaking. Like, not...
Well, you had a really good point about, this influx of utter garbage into the fantasy romance genre and garbage that is specifically erotic and obscene on certain levels. I don't care if you want to read that, you're an adult, but if you're a 16-year-old girl and you're looking for a good fantasy romance and you stumble on something like this, excuse me?
Yeah. I feel like I would feel uncomfortable if I had a younger person in my life reading this book. I feel like it kind of is a disservice in the publishing industry that we're not more forthright about erotica versus fantasy romance, because I feel like we all kind of, like, explored some more, like, erotic books younger than we probably should have. But having stuff like this be out in the mainstream and, like, marketed as fantasy romance, I think is kind of, like, that's a little bit sus.
I don't know if you can buy this book at, like, Barnes & Noble.
Oh, good. But the internet is everywhere.
Yeah, like, if you can, though, I mean, if you can walk into a store and buy a book like this.
Yeah.
And there's no warnings, there's no, like, again, you read the synopsis on the back, you have no idea what you're getting into.
Yeah.
We already have protections against movies that are too explicit.
And music.
And music. And, like, stores, like, okay, don't go into this section because of XYZ. Like, why not books too? And, like, maybe that's an argument for censorship. But...
Yeah, and I don't want to sound like a prude either, because I do love me some, like, erotica, but I think the problem for me is that this book has the, like, wow factor, the, like, oh my god, what the fuck is happening? But then more insidious is, like, these really damaging, questionable, like, character dynamics where, we have, like, constant invasions of privacy, people being, like, talked into things that they're not totally comfortable with, self-image issues, like self-worth issues that are, like, just kind of, like, tagged along. So if you're kind of stepping into, like, romantic relationships and you're, like, wanting to read these books and then it's like, oh, I'm entitled to know everything about my partner and they're not allowed to have any secrets and that's normal. Like, that's crazy. So that's the part that's kind of like, oh, dude.
Maybe publishers just need to tighten their standards a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't care if this is online for free.
Yeah.
Like, whatever. Do you, but...
Yeah. But, dude, I'm still going to talk about this book because what the fuck is happening?
We left off at that atrocious church scene.
That's, like, legit sacrilegious. Like, I am not a religious person, but, like, that's insane. That is ridiculous. And it gets worse.
Yeah, like, that's just the little sprinkles on top.
Yep. Yeah. After that scene, we have Tem go to her first meeting with the prince, palace party or whatever. And of course, Basilisk Snake sends her a beautiful silk dress that's, like, very revealing. Because, again, why are they wearing, like, slutty silk dresses? Like, what time is this in? That
time isn't real.
Apparently not. The crime, however, the war crime, the felony charge with this is the piece of jewelry that he sends for her to wear along with this dress.
Oh my God. I skimmed this part. I didn't catch it right away.
I did, and I was shocked, horrified. He sends her a gold necklace with a charm on it, and the charm is the claw that is inside her. She is wearing a dildo necklace.
So is it like a miniature form?
Yes. It's like a, like 1-inch gold.
So she's got one inside her and one around her neck?
Yep.
Made of the same stuff?
I don't know.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. We do find out later where it came from. Also questionable, but not as questionable. But still a bodily substance, weirdly.
Oh.
Yeah, we'll hang on to that one. Yep. Really nothing important plot-wise happens in the next 30 to 40% except explicit sex scenes and parties where the prince is, getting rid of contestants.
And he's, beside himself because he's intrigued by Tem, but he doesn't want to be. And he looks like Draco Malfoy.
Yeah, God, justice for Draco Malfoy, because, he should not be anywhere in this. But apparently he is, interested and fascinated by Tem because Tem is the only one that hasn't tried to suck up to him in
literally
literally as our mean girl Vera has been doing apparently in the preceding weeks. But Tem is like, oh, I don't like you. You're a dickhead. I'm not going to touch you with a 10-foot pole. And apparently he likes that, which, everybody has their own thing. But this is a competition for his affection, and she's not playing to win.
I thought it was interesting because I looked up our girl who does an editor read this so you don't have to, and she had a whole novel on this book. And so I kind of got through half of it, but she made a good point that Leo, the prince, is better written as a character and should have been the hero.
Yeah.
He actually has substance to him. He doesn't like this competition. He doesn't agree with it. He thinks his father is insane. And he's always talked about as having a glass of whiskey in his hand, and he's always drunk and well, fair. Yeah, I would be too. I don't want to deal with all these bitches all the time.
Yup. And he even has a tragic backstory because Caspian in, opposition to that has no backstory whatsoever, no characteristics outside of being a monster, which is interesting when you compare it to Radiance by Grace Draven, which we just read, where the monster human dynamic is very upfront and it's interesting and culturally, relevant. But he just seems like a man until he has smoke coming off of his body because he's about to transform mid.
We don't know
coitus.
Anything about his
Yeah, dude.
You don't know what drives him. You don't know what he cares about. You don't know what his insecurities are. None of that. He is just a mechanism for Temperance to feel better about herself.
Yep. And it doesn't get any better for the entirety of the book. So this is probably up until 40%. The only kind of wow moment is that Tem and Caspian, the Basilisk, admit their feelings for each other.
Yeah, at 40%, we couldn't have drawn out, oh, I don't care if you don't put the sex first. Great.
Yep.
But, make the romance a little bit more intriguing, some challenges into it.
Yep. They immediately love each other from the very beginning, and she's, obsessed with him. Yeah. And this competition is kind of, an afterthought. And I think she's still just trying to compete, apparently, to have her mom not be a chicken farmer anymore.
Well, there's this kind of not subtle hint at Tem's background, which is she doesn't know who her father is, and yet her mother was also trained by a basilisk in her year of competing for the prince's affection. So this is where it gets a little weird. Oh yeah, maybe there's some sort of mystery plot going on.
Yep. Yeah. And that gets drawn to the forefront in a couple of scenes. But they love each other. However, there is, some social stigma against basilisk human relationships. Obviously, in the human world, they think basilisks are crazy, less than. But also in basilisk society, because they're humans are gross. They're, whatever. We are basilisks. Except apparently there is a mechanism, a process, if you will.
A mechanism.
For humans to prove that they are worthy in the eyes of basilisk society. And Caspin is very closed-mouthed about this. And Tem in her, psychosis is like, you have to tell me, like, if this is a way that we can be together, you owe it to me to tell me, like, what I have to do. I'll do anything.
Can I do a Tem quote right here?
Yeah.
So it just shows her, like, wildly back and forth swings on character. She says, quote, "I'm not livestock." She barreled on before either of them had a chance to interrupt. "You can't just talk about me like I'm not here."
Oh, my God.
And yet, from scene to scene, she is subservient to the Basilisk and wants to be validated in her insecurities.
Yep.
And yet she has moments like that.
Yep. I have no idea who Tem is as a person because she oscillates between, like, godlike confidence and then, like, crippling insecurity.
No one loves me, but I love everyone.
Yeah, like, people look down on me because I'm a chicken farmer's daughter and I smell like chicken shit. But also, like,
oh my God.
That's a direct quote, dude, again. That is from the book. But yet then she's also like, the prince doesn't deserve me. I deserve whatever I want in the world. And, like, those both can be true, but, like, dog, like, what? Back to this process. So Caspin finally tells her that in Basilisk society, she will be accepted. The relationship will be, valid if she has, if she does the deed with his father.
Oh my God.
The king of the Basilisk, because he is the prince of the Basilisk, in front of his entire quiver, which is his, like,
clan. And his clan name is Drakon?
Drakon. Yep.
Drakon.
Caspin Drakon.
All right. And then we didn't really get into it, but he proposed to her without her knowing and yet pretended like he was still training her to get married to the prince.
Yep. Yeah, that's what the necklace was, which I don't know if we find it out yet what it's made out of. It's like gold, but...
It's gold, but it's weird because, at page 187, which is Caspin and ends up going to one of these ball things.
Oh, yeah.
And Caspin says, quote, "And if he thinks he can take what is mine," Caspin cut her off, leaning even closer, "he is wrong." Like,
what?
This is like a complete 180 from, like, he's been completely emotionally removed and is just training her until all of a sudden they're engaged and in love with each other, and he is not going to allow the prince to take her away. Like,
yep.
From one chapter to the next, there's no consistency.
Yeah. And even, like, a chunk after this, he's, again, emotionally removed because she's in the final 3. And she's, like, adamant about competing and winning. And he's
what
like,
the fuck, Ted? Like, she says she loves him.
Yeah.
The prince knows she loves him.
Yeah. Yep.
And she's still competing.
Yep. She's like, I know I'm engaged, but, like, I want to suck this guy's dick. And that does happen in the back of the carriage. Yeah.
Leo?
Yes.
What?
She gets Leo off in a carriage. Yeah.
What?
Yeah, dude. Yep. Not even joking. Yeah. Dude, that's what I mean.
I have no words.
Yeah.
Okay.
The dad fucking...
Yeah, we're not going to skim over that part.
It happens successfully because I guess you get bonus points if you to completion. I shit you. It's specified in the book that it's like bonus points.
Oh my God.
After that, apparently part of the process is that you then have to have a 12-hour marathon with your partner in front of everyone, and they can, like, come in and watch and then leave or stay for the whole duration. Towards the end of this 12 hours, she's exhausted. She's, dry mouth. She's like, this is a lot. He is barely holding on to his humanhood. He is wanting to transform into a basilisk, but he knows that he will hurt Tem. Gets to the very end. He's not able to hold it together. He is transforming. She is obviously not, like, bodily anatomy designed to have sex with a basilisk. And he's still going for it because they can't stop now. They made it this far. And he breaks her pelvis.
Oh my God. What?
A la, Twilight with the Renesmee birth scene, whatever, Edward. Yeah. Dude.
I don't
Dude.
I don't know what to say.
I think the worst war crime of this, though, was that the place where she had to, do it with the dad was a giant statue of the goddess, and her hands are like laid out flat into a platform. And so they had to do it on the hands of God. There is a lot of blasphemy in this book. Yeah. Yep. Yep. I don't even know how you go past that.
At what point are we in the book?
I think this is 40 or 50%.
Are you kidding?
I am not joking. Because this is kind of where the plot takes over.
There's a plot?
Dude, a suggestion of a plot. I think somewhere around this point, she finds out that her dad was a basilisk.
Yeah, shocker.
Yeah, half basilisk. I can't even say this.
She's got freckles on her hands that are repeatedly referenced because they're magical star-like freckles.
And that's how he knew that she was a basilisk.
Because she's got freckles.
Yeah, apparently. She's also been hearing this voice because she can talk to Caspin with a mental connection, and that's how he knew she was part basilisk. But she's also been hearing this third voice in the castle whenever she visits, and it's help me. Don't trust the king. And she's like, I'm just not going to do anything about that. She goes 60-70% without investigating.
That's she doesn't tie 2 and 2 together. Oh, I can hear Caspin. I can hear this other thing.
Yep,
maybe it's the same thing.
Yep. Nope. And so it's 70% that she's I'm going to investigate, because she's been talking to the Basilisk King, and he's we're going to do something about these royals. They've been looking down on us for too long. We deserve to be the rulers. And so that's brewing. So she eventually finds her way into the dungeons below the castle, and you wouldn't believe it, but it's her dad. The basilisk.
Oh no.
And this is where the plot comes in. Apparently basilisk blood, when it comes out, can be used in some kind of alchemy to turn into gold. And that's why
I think I have yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And that's why this kingdom is so wealthy, because they chain up
that's
basilisks.
Why they have running water.
Yeah, apparently. All you need is basilisk blood. And so they're being harvested for their blood.
Ew.
Yeah, so there's a couple of them down there in the dungeons. She's oh my god, this is so horrible, but I want to win the competition. But oh my god, this is so horrible. She doesn't do anything about it.
What?
No, she just leaves them there, leaves the other people there. They're on the brink of death. Doesn't even bring them soup or anything. She just goes about her business, having sex with the basilisk, getting to know Leo. She then talks to the King Basilisk in the meeting of ministers or whatever, and they come up with this plan that you can crest people. Basilisk can, and it's you take away their autonomy, so they can't make decisions. They're a thrall, basically. And Ro, this bad guy that has beef with Caspin, apparently tries to do it to Tem, but she's protected because Caspin gave her his venom. I don't know. Dude, the war crime of this section.
More?
Oh, yeah, dude. They are in this meeting. Everybody is naked, apparently, because they're in their human forms so that they won't kill Tem. They don't see the need for clothing. She is sitting on his lap, and since she has been accepted into society and she's now betrothed to the prince, they all have to come and pay their respects to Tem.
What?
Yes.
What?
Yes. They all get to third base in a line with her, one by one. They come through third base and they leave. The next one comes through. I am not even joking. Not even joking.
We may need to find a point where we just don't talk about this book anymore.
Yup. Yeah. They come up with this plan. I'm just going to skip past all of the crimes that happen after this. The most important part is she wins the competition, obviously.
Yeah, of course.
Everybody is in love with everyone. They get to the wedding. The human dad, king guy, is
I'm surprised she didn't have sex with him, too.
Honestly, dude, I feel she was weirdly attracted to him, which I'm okay. They get to the wedding day. All of the basilisks are there. All of the humans are there. King passes the crown on to Leo, And the king Basilisk then decides to kill the human king because this is their chance to like take over.
Oh my God.
And they're going to have Tem crest everyone so that they're all in control. She's like, no, we can't do that because, you know, that's bad. What? And so instead, Caspian kills the Basilisk king. He like rips his throat out, but then Tem is like hurt during this. And so she has to crest Leo to get like healing powers. I guess that happens. And then everything is over. They won, except she tells Leo, like, you should go find that ex-girlfriend that you were obsessed with. That your dad gave her money to go run away and you guys were betrothed and she just left you. You should go find that girl. And
There's
he's
an
like,
ex-girlfriend in this mix.
yes. And he waits for her every day in a cemetery.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Poor Leo just got the really short end of the stick on this one.
Dude, literally. And then that's the end. She's like, go find your girlfriend. I'm going to be with Caspian. This Basilisks are now not, you know, no one's really sure who's in charge of this country. Yep.
This is atrocious.
Yeah.
Like, even if you took out all of the erotica in here and you just went solely off the plot.
The plot makes no fucking sense.
No. The world building makes no sense. The characters are terrible.
Yep. And
Tem
then
is awful.
One final war crime is a bonus chapter at the end.
We don't need a bonus anything.
Have you seen the movie Challengers with Zendaya and the two guys?
I haven't seen it.
Apparently this was inspired by that. She wrote this on a plane in public, and it is a explicit additional scene of all three of them.
Oh.
Yeah, but she's very explicit that it's not canon.
Oh my God.
Yep. Just one parting shot war crime on the, Hague level.
I don't get it. Like, are there people who enjoyed this book?
There had to have been, because like it has bad reviews on Goodreads. It's like a 3.65 or something. But like you could not go 2 or 3 posts on the fantasy romance subreddit without someone recommending this book. I kid you not.
But also I couldn't help but like keep reading. Like,
yeah.
Why?
I think it was just like there's like a level of just like indulgence, I think, where she just like has an idea and she's like, you know what? Fuck it. We're going to write about this.
It reminds me of those like TikTok cooking recipe things where it's like, I'm going to throw crushed up Oreos and chocolate frosting and then ice cream and then put sprinkles all over it and then bake it and then put more ice cream on it.
It's like, okay, I'm still going to watch it to the end because like, what the fuck are you making?
Completely nonsensical and maybe it'll taste good.
Yep. Yeah. I had to take like a 2 or 3 day break where I did not use my phone. I did not go on social media. I was just, touching grass after reading this because like
you feel a little violated just reading some of these scenes.
Yeah. I know that I was like obviously a consenting party because I was reading it, but like I don't know that I deserved what happened in this book.
I think we have to end it there because we could just keep going on and on and on.
Yep.
This is Kiss of the Basilisk by Lindsay Straube.
Dude.
We are going to attempt some sort of palate cleanser for our next book. We are TBD on like what exactly it will be, but we're kind of steering towards historical romance. We need a little bit of Downton Abbey in our lives.
Yep. Which I started, and by the way, why the fuck is that show so good?
I don't know. It came out, 15 years ago.
It's
pretty old at this point, but phenomenal.
Mm-hmm. So highly recommend. So if you need a palate cleanser after Kiss of the Basilisk, Downton Abbey. Honestly, it's on Amazon right now.
I'm glad it's not on our shelf.
I'm so sorry.
We'll see you on the next page.
Yeah. Hi, readers. Like what you've been hearing? Check out the Spice Archive at notanotherheroine.com to see all of our reviews and ratings. And if you'd like to support our growing library, find us on Patreon and get access to exclusive bonus content.
If you'd like to just listen, we post new episodes every Monday and Wednesday on Spotify, Apple, and Amazon. Thanks for listening.